My last video on Siege could have not come at a worse time. We just had the big Year 9 reveal, and to say that this is the biggest year for Siege is probably an understatement. But why am I making another video on Siege? And it's because I think this season, this year, has the chance to bring back the player base. So let's get started with easily the biggest thing, the new character, Deimos. Yes, he is going to be a playable operator, and in the first time in Tom Clancy history, a playable villain. Deimos is an attacker, but more importantly, you get to use the same revolver that he killed Harry with. His ability orients around with him being a duelist of sorts. He can activate a drone that can spot an enemy. However, it's a double-edged sword because it marks his position for that same enemy. Basically, both of them can see each other. And what's great is nobody else can see this. So this is where that, clear communication comes in. And yes, while Deimos is forced to use his pistol, just like Caveira, it seems like the pistol is basically his primary at this point. It seems super fucking powerful. Now, one thing that I've always noticed in Siege, easily the shields have always been the lowest tier, all ranging from Fuse to even the guy who mainly uses the shield, Montaigne. So it's officially time for them to get buffed, and with the whole rework, let's just say they are an entirely different unit now. Shields have not been able to ever cover that good stack, and trust me, I know a good stack when I see one. All shield operators will be able to maintain and keep their shield up, while doing a lot of numerous actions, such as reloading, vaulting, sprinting, and with the new charging through full health barricades, like what the fuck? Dude, I'm gonna sit there on my fucking phone and then just a guy gonna come in, Montaigne's gonna bitch slap the shit out of me. It's not gonna be fun. Easily, this is going to be one of the coolest changes to happen in Siege history. Shields have always been on the back line, but with them focusing on it, I'm hoping to see a lot more of them in the field. But I main Clash, so what the hell do I know? Now, a huge part to all the old Siege boomers, including myself, we all hated the 1.5. It's a good sight, but it ruined the aspect of the game. Just pick this sight, you get your magnification, and you get your CCO. And it was just not a good time. Well, the developer said officially gone with that fucking thing, and now we have only 3 sights. Well, 4 technically. You have your iron sight, your 1.0 sight, which is like your red dots, then you have your 2.5 ACOG, and then you have your 3.5 zoom optic. But that's the small part about this. Guess what? They're bringing back finally ACOGs to basically everybody. This includes Jaeger, this includes Ash's R4C, including the MP7 ACOG, which is just, what the fuck? This is gonna be huge, and I mean huge whiff of nostalgia, especially for me, because trust me, playing this game right when it came out, the SMG-11 with ACOG, like what the hell? Now I haven't looked at the entire list for who's getting ACOGs, but from what it sounds like, it's gonna be everybody. So when it comes out, I'm just gonna surprise myself, and honestly, let's hope for that SMG-11 ACOG. Now, while it may seem rough that everybody's getting these good sights, they're finally slowing down that ADS speed. To a newer player, this may not seem fucking big, but being a, veteran player, there's definitely some infamy about the ADS speed. And running certain sights will either increase or decrease your ADS speed. And weirdly enough, they're making it so iron sights are actually a viable option now, where you'll actually have a 20% increased ADS speed when using them. So to all my MP7 players, that iron sight's clean. But that's not all for attachments. They're actually reworking a good majority of the attachments, including a new type of grip attachment that makes it so you can move at same speed while aiming down sight. Meaning that for my players who are still running gun, you have an attachment oriented towards yourself. Except, you're going to want to look at what these other grips do. We have one grip that makes it so the ADS speed is increased. That's same. But here's the big one. There's a grip that actually increases your reload speed. And for me, I don't know. I'm always reloading after fire every 1 or 2 bullets. I think this might be good for me. To all my laser sight users, you're also getting something this season. Basically, now instead of just having your position revealed, guess what? You're going to actually have an increased ADS speed. Meaning that equipping a laser sight is actually kind of viable now, not just for shotguns. Now a good change, especially for my dad, is you're going to have a grenade arc. You'll see a little line that will tell you where your grenade's going to land. And I can't tell you the amount of times that my dad's flashbanged me, but it's been a lot. Which reminds me, I should probably totally show him Yin, huh? Okay, I want to hop back to Deimos, talking about his more story or the things that really intrigue me. It's intriguing that they wanted to cash in on Deimos. He's actually a very interesting character, especially his ideology and philosophy. In a way, he's actually kind of correct in this situation. He has one very famous quote that is, "Rainbow used to be feared." And this quote, while may seem like small emo boy talk, there's something big about this. Our Rainbow unit is getting better at countering terrorist threats. But what if those terrorist threats were basically intimidated before they ever started? This is a philosophy that Deimos has. Basically, if he gets a prisoner, he should just execute the prisoner, because when the prisoner gets out, there's a chance they'll do it again. Oh, and by the way, his reveal trailer that just did, oh my god, dude, Mira got her shit rocked. What's gonna be really awkward is him being on attack next to Ram. Yeah, that's gonna be rough. But you know what? He did bring cookies. He does bake during his spare time. Speaking of baking, this year is gonna be insane with Operator Reworks. And to the sounds of it, Blackbeard and Recruit are up front. Blackbeard just needs the ability to put beards on everyone. Put one on Ash, put one on Callie. You know what? We need to give one to fucking IQ. So, will this season actually bring back old OG Siege players like myself? And honestly, yes. This roadmap they showed this time was actually really organized and it was really weird to see. And yes, well, the stuff they are talking about is very ambitious. I think if they can follow through, there's a good chance that Siege will feel like it once did. We're talking like 6-7 years ago. And the point that this is hitting year 9, it's surprising that this game is still around. Now, there has been talk about a Siege 2. I want to cover this because it's kind of a small thing and they just recently talked about it, the director anyways. The director basically said that he doesn't want to make a Siege sequel because a lot of games that force out a sequel usually flop, and he's not wrong on this. But there has been some talk about also moving Siege to a new engine, which would be very interesting to see, graphically and tactically wise. Oh yeah, and by the way, I was playing some Siege today, get some B-roll footage for this video, and dude, the hip fire peaking, oh, it feels so clean to finally be able to do it. And honestly, it is kind of interesting to hear, but it sounds like that console players will be able to play with PC players soon. So I'm ready to get my shit rocked in that department. Well, that's all you have it for year 9's new reveal. And trust me, if it's as insane as it sounds to be, I'm definitely gonna be getting videos out on it. What do you guys like the most about Deimos? What are you most excited about your year 9? And more importantly, what was your favorite year of Siege? For me, it's the beginning.